Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to import your Coinbase and Coinbase Pro transactions on Koinly for tax purposes. The best way to do this is with the API autosync method. I will show you also how to do it with the CSV file method, which actually doesn't contain all the data, but if for some reason you're unable to access the API or do the API method, it's good to know, so I will show you that towards the end of the video. Alright, the first step is to go into Add Wallet, Coinbase, set up autosync, and continue to Coinbase, and that is pretty much it for this step. I just want to point out that Koinly is not interested in touching any of your funds or moving your funds. It only wants to see your transactions so it can gain more information on which transactions are taxable and which aren't. Alright, the next step, we will add the Coinbase Pro wallet. So set up autosync recommended, and this time it will ask us for some extra information. So we need the API key, API secret, and API pass, and I will show you where to find those on the Coinbase Pro website. So on Coinbase Pro, we're going to go into our profile API. We're going to create a new API key. I've done this before, so that's why I have the suggested API nickname. We'll call it Koinly. Permissions, we'll click view. Koinly, like I said earlier, is not interested in anything else. And then we're going to take this passphrase, copy it, and paste it back into our passphrase. And then we're going to go back on Coinbase Pro. We're going to click create API. It's going to ask for some verification, no problem. Once we have the verification data, we're going to copy this secret and we're going to put it back into the API secret. We're going to go back and click done, and then we're going to copy this API key and we're going to click secure import, and we're going to click this check mark, and both of our wallets are now here. We're going to wait a little bit for both of them to sync. While we're waiting, I just want to say it's important to add both of these wallets if you have them, because if you only add one of them and you're transferring funds between these two wallets, Koinly will not be able to distinguish and know that both of these are your wallets, so it won't know whether these are taxable transfers that you're making. If they're both your wallets, you're doing an internal transfer, and that's not a taxable action. So it is very important to add both wallets if you have them. Alright, so this was the API method. As you can see, our transactions are already loading into Koinly. Now, the second method is the CSV file, which once again, we don't recommend, but in case you need to do it, I will show you guys how to do that. So first, we're going to go and get some files that we're going to need. So going into Coinbase, logging in, top right corner, you're going to click on settings, privacy, and then you're going to scroll down and click request data export, request to export your personal data held by Coinbase. So you're only going to check this one, the transaction history, and then you're going to click send request, and it's going to send it to your email. So quick note here, this process could take a few days potentially, so you're going to have to be patient. It's perfectly normal if it takes that long. Also, the file you will generate from this process is a CSV file. Once you have that file, I will show you how to upload it into Koinly. But let's go into Coinbase Pro next. Okay, on Coinbase Pro, you're going to go top right. You're going to go into statements. And here I've already requested this, but when you ask for a file, you will go here on the right side, generate, fills, and you're going to select a start date. For most people, I would imagine it's going to be your tax year, so from the beginning of a year till the end. Format you're going to want is a CSV file, and then the email where you would like this file sent to. Now, this process for me did not take more than a couple minutes, so this one should arrive fairly quick. Also, make sure you click on all products. Make sure nothing else is selected here. You want to see every transaction that happened on Coinbase Pro. Okay, so quick note here explaining why we need two different files. So the reason we have two different files is because Coinbase tax file does not contain transactions to and from Coinbase Pro. So since these are internal transactions, we can fix this problem by not adding a Coinbase Pro as a separate wallet and just adding everything into one wallet. So only one wallet will be needed for the non-API method. So for the non-API method, we're just going to have the Coinbase Pro wallet. just like we did before. Technically I deleted just to show you guys, but you don't need to do that. And then we're going to import the 2 files we got into this section. So I'm going to show you just one, and then it's not going to be difficult. You do the same with both files. So one file is going to be called a fills file, F-I-L-L-S. We're going to drop it in here. We're going to click import, and the other one is going to be another CSV file. If you have multiple accounts, you can add them using the methods we covered in this video. I would also like to point out that it's perfectly normal to see transactions from Coinbase Pro to Coinbase, even if you've never sent them. The reason for this is because whenever you transfer crypto on Coinbase Pro, it is internally sent to Coinbase account first before being sent to the destination address. These transactions are not taxable, so it actually will have no effect on your taxes. And that's it. Koinly will do the rest of the calculations. For more information about the general process and setup with Koinly, I've made a video. I will leave it in one of the corners, and you can check that out if you're interested. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and we'd be happy to answer them. And if you've enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, consider dropping a like, consider subscribing for more content like this, and I'll see you next time. Peace.